We're looking right at the airport right here. This is your podcast host, Ryan Brock. It has been an incredibly busy conference here. Lots of people coming and going and schedule shifting around. So we're excited to finally be coming to you live here from the conference itself. And I am joined today by a speaker who literally just walked off stage like 5 minutes ago, right?
Just right now.
Just right now. We've got Julius Giron. He is the Senior Director of Insights and Analytics at Sightly. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, you're welcome, Ryan. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you just got done talking. I'm going to intrude and ask you to tell us what your session was about. Go over what you just talked about once again for us.
Yeah, what I did is I talked about navigating culture at the speed of AI and connecting real-time insights to authentic marketing. And what my goal was to show the audience or talk to the audience about how the best way to navigate all the data that we have and for your brand to remain authentic and real is to do it with AI. Ingest all that data, processing it, analyzing it in a way that aligns to your brand is difficult.
Yeah.
You have social data, you have news data, you have all these different inputs coming. And how does the brand navigate that? And how does the brand activate and become adjacent to moments that are in alignment with their own brand perspective? I talked about that and how we're using AI to solve that problem by really leaning into what we call brand perspective or brand mentality.
Interesting. Yeah, because I mean, so much of what happens in my brain when I think about like AI and big data, it's the opposite of a cozy personal experience. But it sounds like AI is starting to thread that needle. So expand on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's a really good observation. What happens is that we think of a brand as a person.
Yeah.
Right. And it has values. It has a mission. It has vision. It has likes and dislikes. And so what we're able to do is we're able to codify that and in a series of different opinions, questions, and scenarios. And we are asking brands to help us fill that out for them using technology, generative AI technology, and input from them to create this brand persona. And so what that brand persona is, for example, you take that brand persona, think of it as an avatar to navigate the sea of data, and then just you essentially dock into safe harbors. And that's really what we're doing right now.
So you've got sort of like a virtual agent, almost a brand persona, who is ingesting what's happening in the world and thinking about what the impact might be on the customers, the prospects, the people that the brand is trying to serve.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Thinking of it that way and then recommending opportunities for that brand to align. And not only just giving them the opportunities for that brand to align to and activate on, but also choosing the most relevant moments. And that relevancy score is based on all the different inputs that we collect from the brands.
Okay. So tell me about what this looks like in action. Like, what's an example of a brand who might be doing this already that's just killing it?
Yeah. Well, I just gave an example about Vita Coco.
Mm-hmm.
So Vita Coco came to us and said, well, we really want to grow our presence on TikTok.
Okay.
And so what we did is we created a brand profile, brand persona for them. They were able to identify a trend where people were putting coconut water in cereal, and they call it nature cereal.
Interesting.
Yeah, Vita Coco then leaned into that moment and doubled their organic TikTok followers. So it's just those opportunities, capturing moments that are in alignment to that brand, and then what's happening along in social.
So is this like AI doing the equivalence of like just social listening and alerting the brand managers, hey, this is something we need to get involved with?
That's a really good way of putting it. However, we take that step further, right? Social listening is somewhat daunting, and that you're really just combing through all this data.
Well, and I end up just ignoring like any alerts I have set because I get so many of them.
Right.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah. So what we do is we're able to use topic modeling and machine learning algorithm and surface these different moments, relevant conversations for you, so that if you're looking at 1,000 social posts, you can have maybe 20 that speak of something, 10 that speak of the other, et cetera, until you reach 100. Now, so we're able to summarize these conversations, bring them to you, tell you what the conversation is about, give you context, let you know why it's relevant to you, in addition to recommend actions for you.
Yes, this is more than just getting an alert in your inbox with a, hey, this was said on this page or this profile or this post. Yeah, I can totally see why that's useful. Um, if I'm with a brand that's thinking about getting into this, are there any hurdles to clear? Any common pitfalls that people go into when they try to do this and they screw up?
Sure. It's setting up. It's the setup. Everything's on the setup. First of all, you need to have the right data.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have the news data. You need to have the social data. We are, for example, my company is one of 7 members of the YouTube measurement program.
Okay.
And for brand suitability and contextual alignment. So that means that we are recognized for having the ability to really target videos that align with your brand. So that's the first piece, having the data. We have social data too. The second piece is what your methodology is, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is it that you capture what your brand does? The ethos of a brand,
Yeah.
the brand mission, the vision, the norms, the values, all those things. We're able to capture that for them. So if a brand's out there trying to do that, they need to sit down and create that ethos or that playbook that they can always reference for whatever situation arises.
What do you think this space looks like 3 years from now?
In 3 years, what's going to happen is that more brands are going to understand the need to do this, right? Because what we're looking for is to create speed to insight and speed to action,
Mm-hmm.
and shrinking the stack. Budgetary pressures are on all brands, and so they're looking for solutions that shrink the stack, right? And so our goal is to do that.
Okay. If somebody wants to learn more about you, find you online, you and Sightly, and where should they go? Where will you point them?
Yeah, you can go to sightly.com, or you can find me at Julius Hiron on LinkedIn.
All right, Julius Hiron. Find him on LinkedIn. Check out Sightly. This is cool stuff. I got to look into it. This is part of the world that I'm so focused on content that I haven't thought, like SEO content.
Sure.
I haven't really thought about AI outside of that world a whole lot. But man, when I do this kind of a work, I always find these pressures to keep up with all the alerts and know what to do. And this sounds like a dream. So
yeah,
thanks for sharing it with us.
Absolutely. And that's one piece too, is our brand also helps brands with creative and content. So giving you or brands, the ability to understand what's going to resonate more with their consumer audience.
Very cool. Well, be sure to check them out, and we'll be here for the rest of the day in sunny. It is sunny San Francisco. It was a little bit cloudy